Have you heard about okay, so what's your aphrodisiac?
Elaborate on that word. Like, what's aphrodisiac? Because a lot of people.
Aphrodisiac, it's a food, drink, or drug that stimulates sexual desires.
Food, drink, or drug that stimulates. Okay. Hey everyone, I'm being interviewed by the beautiful Bibi today, and she's asking me about aphrodisiac. So, for those of you who don't know what aphrodisiac is, she said it relates to
A food, drink, or drug that
drink, or
stimulates
drug.
sexual desires.
That's food, drink, or drug that stimulates sexual desire. I think what stimulates my sexual desire is money. So I don't know about no food, I don't know about no drinks, and I don't know about no drug. Like, I think money is what gets me there. Like, I like to, I like people, and it's not like prostitution, because somebody gonna be like, money, she's selling her stuff. No, it's more so like, if my partner just talks about money, we getting money together, and like anything that just makes me, I like the idea of freedom. Like, I'm not a big eater. I don't care for foods, and I don't care for like drinks like that. So like, I like to consistently have income coming in. So like, if anything that has to do with me making money or money coming into me, it will automatically put me in that good space, and everything else will fall into place. What's your aphrodisiac?
Well, most times when they talk about aphrodisiac, it's probably when you're in the middle of something and they give you something, not necessarily conversations, and it stimulates your organs, and then you cannot do without having sex. That's what aphrodisiac does to you.
So
like for instance, the Romans, if you Google it, you find out that what the aphrodisiac is apple. They used to worship apple. Yes.
Yeah.
The taste of apple just brings them to the mood. For some people, a lot of people say mushroom. Some say oysters. Some say fig. Those food actually does bring that.
It's a stimulant.
It's a stimulant. You don't even need any body touch, and by mere eating that food, it brings you to that space. Some people say chili, spice, but basically that's actually what
aphrodisiac.
Yeah, that's what.
Since we're talking about food, I guess with the industry that I'm in, I know for sure that there's like asparagus is an aphrodisiac. Like, it helps stimulate the libido. But the only thing about that is that asparagus leaves a scent. Like, the smell of your urine is very strong. Okay. That's what I heard about that. I'm gonna do my research thoroughly to see more about that. But there's drinks that are made that are stimulants too. Like in our country, it's called Bibi, and it's made from herbs. Okay. So those herbs, like, guys who have a hard time like getting in the mood, or women who have a hard time getting in the mood, they would drink a shot of it. And some people might know it as Tiger Balm. That will put them in the mood to have sex and to keep them erect longer. Now there's like this thing that they sell in called honey. So it's like this honey packet that people are putting in their drinks or just eating it up, and that's what it's supposed to be a stimulant as well. So there's so many stuff that might stimulate people. But I feel like once I got my partner and then stuff like that, then naturally, I don't think I need anything, but once my finances are in a good space, I feel like I'm always in a good,
So you're always gonna be
in
the mood at all times.
At all times. So listen, y'all don't want to know my aphrodisiac is money. Like, if you like me, you want to pursue me, and you want to find the fastest, quickest way for me to care for you, just make sure I'm financially okay, and then I'm gonna be, a lot of my stuff will be taken care of. I have the energy, the mindset, and the time to entertain anybody else that is producing. Now, again, it's not just anybody, because at the end of the day, I'll just be selling myself, right? But like, my partner has to be able to financially sustain me in order for me to actually have that energy to sustain them. Because I'm all, you want because naturally men want physicalities, right? I feel like a lot of men are easily aroused. They don't need no aphrodisiac. They just like, oh, pussy or woman, and they automatically wanna. So to nip everything in the bud, spend money, you naturally gonna have a lot of women whose aphrodisiac is money as well. We're not here just laying down. You're not gonna just give us food. We're not hungry. Don't just bring me asparagus like, oh, you're gonna get sexually satisfied or a fig.
No. Sometimes, like the way this thing actually works, for some people, they can't really not stand, but they might not be able to control it the way some of these things work on people.
Wow.
For instance, if you go out on a date and apparently you don't know that one of your aphrodisiac is mushroom and you ordered mushroom, and boom,
you're
horny. You're just so horny, like a dog.
Oh,
and you want that thing right now and then.
Wow, I think that might be a mindset thing. Like, you must really naturally be like a sexual person in order for that to happen, because see, now that would be a different combo for us to have, because me personally, I'm not naturally sexually aroused. Mm-hmm. I'm a demisexual, right, or a gray sexual, so I can't just naturally be like, sex is always going to be the last thing on my mind when I meet somebody. It's not like, I could be sexually attracted to you. I can look at you like, oh my God, you're the most handsome man in the world, but I won't react off that urge or that feeling. Like, it's still going to take some time for you to take it there with me. I have to know that I could emotionally and like financially, you have to match everything. You got to check off everything more than just the sexual aspect of this situation. But oysters, I eat a bunch of seafood and I never really paid attention.
And guess what? Strawberry does that to some people.
For real?
Chocolate.
Wow. That's why women love chocolate, and guys always bring them chocolates, huh?
Yeah, chocolate, and they said fig. I don't know how,
I eat all of this stuff, and I never paid attention. I'm gonna go order a bunch of stuff and just have it home. It's alcohol too, though.
Yeah,
like alcohol naturally, you know. And that's the thing, because guys try to use alcohol to kind of lure women to the bed.
Yes.
And I'm the complete opposite. Like, if you go ahead and feed me all the alcohol you want, you're going to go to sleep with a hard penis. Because I'm not going to act out on, but there's some women who naturally have that, that urge and that drive. And they're able to, act out on it. But, okay, so figs, you said artichokes.
Yeah, chocolate, strawberry. Oysters, fig. Mushroom.
Wow.
I think mushroom is like the number one.
Wow. So you guys, are you gonna try any of these? Let's do a challenge. Let's see how many of us can actually feel these sexual urges from these aphrodisiacs that Bibi was telling us about, and see how it go. Like, which one does what? But how should they do it? How should we do it? Like, to see which one actually arouses people the most.
Well, probably just have it different days. Have mushroom
one
today.
A day, right?
Yes, one a day. Have mushroom today and see how you feel and see if you can control. But then you should have someone by your side.
Right. That's the problem. It's having someone
for those that can
right.
handle it.
So I guess those with partners, consistent partners, and want to see how you can arouse your libido, raise your libido. We're gonna drop the link in the bottom, and we're gonna make a post of all the things that she listed, and then you guys could each pick one, or however you guys want to do it. Let us know. We want to know, because I'm interested now. I never really paid attention, but whoever's dating me and you're listening to this, money's still my top pick.
I know, right?
Oh my God! Have you noticed which one is your aphrodisiac? You know which one is your aphrodisiac?
Well, for me, I think it's alcohol.
The alcohol, right?
Yeah, I think it's
like, would it be a wine or like a spirit?
Well, guess what? I don't even think alcohol does the job.
No, for real.
For real.
Oh man.
Yeah, just sometimes. And I think
it just has to do with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it also have to do with the mind, your mind at the time.
Yeah.
Even if you're having mushroom or alcohol, you're having any of those things, and someone upsets you, and you're actually not in that mood. Are you going to pay attention to that?
Exactly. That's a good base. That's a good topic you just touched, because there's, like, for example, I feel like with men, they don't care how stressed out. Some they be so stressed out and stuff like that, and they can still think about sex. And women, it's like when things are not going right, or we going through like stress or emotional imbalance, that's the last thing on our mind.
Yes.
So I would understand how does, like, why are you in the mood right now? Like, you know, you're about to get evicted, or you know you about to, you know. So it's like, how are you in that space? But I don't know. Everybody's different.
Well, different, and women were more of the emotional being. The men just think through their brains, but women were just different.
And
everything that has to do with us, we think. So, but men, they're just straight there. They just think, and that's why when they say what attracts the man to you. So, in order to keep a man, it's always known that first of all, he gets attracted to you as your body.
Physical, yes,
Your
always the
physical.
That's why the top love language known out there is physical touch, because of course, obviously, every man just want to be physically touched. But I feel like you have to be able to balance out the other love languages in order to receive that.
That in return.
Yeah.
So for men, for a woman, she might not be attracted to you physically first. She might be attracted to you with the way you treat her, with the way you talk to her, with the way you place her in society and amongst his friends, his family. But for the men, they look at your appearance and they want you right then and there. But what keeps them is the behavior and the way you keep yourself, your projection in life, you know. So that's what just differentiates between the man and the woman.
That is so true. Like, it's always never really physical. A woman is more so. We want to be stimulated emotionally. We want to know that you guys are able to, you know, like, I want to feel safe and secure with you. So like, if I feel like your characteristics doesn't excite me, like the way you carry yourself, like, do I feel secure with you? Do I feel like if something was to happen, could I rely on you? A man has to be reliable in order to really get the right woman that he needs. But because with guys, look at Adam and Eve. Eve didn't really have nothing to offer. She just came into the world to be a woman, physical, and make Adam happy. Adam already had everything. So now it's like, women, so it's natural why men just look at us as a physical being. But now society got these men thinking that we have to apply more pressure in order for them to maintain whatever it is they're trying to keep going with us. But it's just so weird. That's another topic I would definitely like us to touch base on, because
it talks about evolving. The world is changing, and expectations are really high.
Oh my God!
The expectation of you as a woman and the man, on the other hand, is just being able to balance everything and not lose sight and fall on the side track. It's
so hard because it's definitely always expectation, but you know who has it the worst? I feel like Americans here, like our society, because if you think about it, like in different cultures, a lot of marriages and relationships are arranged. Like before, it's your parents who's telling you who you're gonna marry. Like, oh, this person here is financially available. Marry him, not for looks or not for love. Make sure that you're comfortable within that situation, right? And then you grow to love that person. But here, it's like, oh, you just want me for my money. 9 out of 10 times you don't got no money. So honestly, I want to see how we can build together, how we can grow, because you're not just gonna come over Netflix and show me and there's no.
I guess what in some of those cultures, marriages actually do last longer.
Right, when it's arranged, right?
Sometimes not even when it's because there's respect and there's entrusting a being to you. I'm entrusting this child to you and this woman to you. Treat her like your own. Treat her the way you want to be treated. But over here, and it's all about culture. Do Americans have culture?
No, there's really no culture.
It's missing. And that's why they keep seeking for validation. Yeah. Because that is lacking.
American women got it bad. And like the black community, because it's like, you know, what I noticed too, women are so relied on. Like this, if you notice, a lot of the men, American people, they seek a mother, a nurturer. Like naturally women are nurturers, but guys always feel like if something happens, the American woman is the first one to react and make sure the person is fine. And there's a lot of biracial relationship, like where a person is dating someone of a different, let's say white, right, a Caucasian. I noticed that the guy will give that woman everything. She requires a lot from him, financially, emotionally. So the guys are feeding this energy to the different race, and then when something happens to them, to the guy, the woman really just leave. When 9 out of 10 times, I feel like women in the black culture, they will still ride it out with their men, and they'll still try to make it happen. Let's say you run out of finances, they will find a way to still sustain the relationship. Where I've noticed that with other cultures, they just leave their men. And when I say other cultures, I'm actually speaking about, like, like the what you call it, like the white Caucasian community. I don't feel like they just privileged, right? But us, we have to be like, oh, you got to be able to do this, and there's so many rules and regulations when it comes to black women. Like, we can't ask for luxury, we can't look good, we can't do anything. We just have to, if you can't do, we have to bring everything to the table. So we are sitting here enabling half of these men, and we're not getting nothing out of it. 9 out of 10 times we getting heartaches, cheated on, all this other stuff. I want to be in an arranged marriage. Give me a financially stable guy who's going to take care of me, and I want to grow to love him, because you're not about to stress me out and expect all these things from me when you're not really going to, when it's not really going to, what's the word I'm trying to say? It's going to go out the window if something hit the fan.
It's going to be taken for granted.
Yeah, it's going to be taken for granted. I feel like a lot of women in the black community are being taken for granted. And now women are sitting here saying, I want money, I want this. They want that security financially, and then that's like, oh, you're a gold digger, oh, you just want money. No, because 9 out of 10 times when you're dating somebody, you want to make sure that, am I able to feel secure with you? Am I, like, if something was to happen, can I rely on you? The way they're going about it is different. It comes off like, oh, you just want me for my money. No, I want to know that the person that I'm dating can sustain this relationship. Like,
okay, so when you say one has to be secured with this person, what do you mean about being secured?
I feel like when you're dating, you naturally need to be secure on your own. But I feel like if you seeking a partnership, 9 out of 10 times that person still have to be able to maintain the relationship. Like, I'm not gonna go date somebody that can't afford my lifestyle. Like, I like nice things, I like to travel. You have to keep up with that. There's some people who have high expectations, they don't have anything to show for it, which I get. But like, for example, now look, like, people are dating and guys naturally automatically want to have more. They naturally, like we spoke about physicalities. You see somebody that you like, she's pretty. Your mindset is sex. You want to see how far. Everything that you're doing is to see how soon you can bed this person, how much you can knock, right? You're knocking on this person. But with women, it's like, why should I invest my time and my emotion into you when you haven't really showed me a reason to come and lay? I'm not going to just donate my vagina to you. Mm-hmm. You have to maintain it. Like, I look at stuff like this, like a car, right? You like a Lamborghini, and there's a Lamborghini and there's a Toyota, right? So you go into a car dealership, you buy this Toyota, but you don't take care of it. It's like, you look at it, whatever. With a Lamborghini, you gotta use a certain type of oil. You gotta maintain it. You gotta wash it. You gotta clean it. That goes with the same with a relationship. You can't just get into a relationship and just leave it to mess up. You gotta make sure that you like me, and the physicalities that you're seeing. You gotta keep up with that, because I can do it by myself. What are you here for? You gotta add on,
And so it also boils down to women gotta do better by adding a lot of value to them.
Yeah.
That way, when you add value to yourself, the kind of men that you attract, it's also very important. Because if you do not have value, you feel so ghetto, ghetto is gonna come your way.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're not classy, classy isn't gonna come your way. So I'm not trying to. It's about adding value to yourself. And the value I'm talking about. It's not about going. I'm not
like
saying
looks
that.
And stuff.
Yes, I'm not talking about BBL is bad, but that's not just it. Adding value, read books, mindset, educate yourself in any way.
Have something to show for.
Exactly. So that's the value. It's not just your physical looks.
Yeah.
if
That's the easy part.
Yes, the physical can attract the man, but that might not keep the man.
Yeah,
whatever you have up there is what keeps the man. It's not about the partying and all of that.
I get that, but at the same time, I still kind of, that's a very subjective conversation, because I know a lot of classy women, well-mannered women, well-behaved women who are financially stable, like wife material for sure. And men take advantage of that still. They still don't know how to maintain it, and she still attracts the wrong type of guys, because, guys just feel like, oh, she's a good girl, blah, blah, blah. And you're still going to attract different type of people, because there's some guys who are going to be like, who's going to have that wishful thinking, they're still going to try to approach you and be with you. And then there's also going to be this guy that, okay, well, he's worthy for me to entertain, and then it's always going to kind of be something, so it just depends on today and age. Dating really is horrible, because a lot of people aren't really trying to build. There's so many options too. So like the pick me woman, like, oh, I'm a good girl, this and that. Guys, this sounds good. They ideally think they want that, but then when they get it, they don't know what to do with her. And then there's women that's get a little ghetto, a little ratchet, and they telling guys up front, this is what I want. Guys be like, you know what, I respect it, and she's doing that better off than the classy woman. 9 out of 10 times, that classy woman's getting cheated on by that ratchet girl. Like, I see it happen every day. So it's really crazy.
It's a lot of things to talk about. We started from APHRODISIAC, and we're talking on relationship. Well, we have a lot of things to talk about. Guys, please just subscribe on the button down below. We're going to send more videos out and hear more of these conversations. Thank you.
Thank you.